Hello, it's Robert Grant again. Today I wanted to take a quick look at the topic work. From the earliest times, we humans have all been out and about making a living. Work is a mountain we just all climb. Personally, I work part-time, so my work is less frequent. Yet beyond the hours I put in at work, I find other work that is doable throughout the week to keep active and lend a hand. In fact, work is that instilled. It says in the Bible, if a man will not work, the man will not eat. As we're all under the institution of work, we'll take a quick look to see what the Bible has to say. From the very beginning of the Bible, work came in two waves. First, there was the beginning. God created the heavens and the earths. Then God said, "Let there be light." Then God created the waters and the sky, dry ground, vegetation, the sun, the moon. Then God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures." Then the birds and the land-dwelling creatures. Then God came around to creating mankind. God's plans to create a paradise for mankind were fulfilled. Creation was perfect, and God's wave of producing it was recorded. Then God said on the opening of his seventh day, "For 6 days there has been work, but on the seventh you are to stop from all working." So God instituted a day of rest from all your work. So the first wave we seen was God creating. The second wave is God made mankind, male and female, He made them. There was a garden created for the man and woman to live. That's where the second wave of work, the man working at and taking care of the garden, began. So the first man took care of and worked the garden. He also gave names to all the animals that God had created. Being in the 21st century, there are occupations. God is all sufficient. So the first man had to be walking in God's footsteps. You may think, was Adam, the first man, just a caretaker? Yet I believe he was as a king over his kingdom. Seed-bearing plants for his food left him the knowledge to prepare food and control over the garden paradise. Calls for tools. Living in paradise, Adam's pastime may have well have been, as the first man, you may well say, zoology. Yet, and of course, being placed by God to live in the garden makes way for everything he could see for a dwelling or beautification with overhanging trees seating area. Much has changed since the first man, yet much is still the same. Today, each of us have our own areas of skill, where back in Adam's day, beyond what he could see, he followed God's instructions and took care of the garden. As you all probably know, in the end, Adam and Eve fell and were disobedient to God, removing them from the garden. For someone of our time to work in the early days with our DIY culture, we'd probably hit the ropes well. Yet with Adam and Eve's first two children, Cain and Abel, the creation story has it that they were both farmers. Cain looked after tilling the ground, and Abel had flocks, which instills a lever of wonder. Living long as they did, and having many children, expansion of their lives, way of living, may have happened personality by personality. The Bible says, what your hands find to do, do it with all your heart. The earth is no longer under a paradise state. So eat, drink, and be merry, and find joy in all the toilsome labour you do under the sun. Either way, what was once a joy is now painful toil. As the Bible says, through painful toil you will eat food from it all the days of your life. I'll leave you with these few words. In the developing world of Adam, their toil was probably endless. Where in today's world, everyone has their own area of profession. Skills are ever increasing. Maybe we'll make that return to paradise. Thank you.